Welcome back. Now we will take a look how we can layer the ocean spectrums, which is a new feature in Houdini 16. Basically, it's really easy to layer them. You just have to create another one. So let's drop down the ocean spectrum here. Use a merge node like you would like to merge some normal geometry. Each of these spectrums generate the volume. They get merged together, but there are still several volumes, and then the ocean evaluate will read each volume. Now you can see the result. The default values of the second spectrum here is layered on top of the first one. So I'm thinking of using the second spectrum to introduce some really low frequency wave to give our ocean a better scale. I think resolution 7 is fine for this one because, like I said, we just want to have this really low frequency big waves. Let's choose a really big grid size. Because as I said from the last lesson, this grid size defines the size in meters of your 2D volume. 2.5 kilometers now is our volume, and it won't repeat in this area. To get these really big low frequency waves, we have to increase the speed, as I explained in the last lesson. So let's put 30 here. Yeah, now you see we have these really big waves here. I mean, they're way too strong. So let's change the scale to, let's say, 0.8 here. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. And what we're going to use now also is the min wavelength feature. This will filter out every waves below this minimal wavelength, so it will keep just the really big waves. Okay, let's put 10 here. Yeah, that's looking fine. So now if we switch it off, this spectrum, you can see that it adds some nice height variation to our ocean. We just have to make sure that it doesn't too big. So again, we will use the mask feature, add some noise here. But this time let's choose a really big size for our noise patterns. And again, also in the areas where the noise is active, we're going to keep quite some waves. Okay, so we modified the output range. Again, we're going to check. Yeah. The effect is subtle, but I think it adds some nice realism to our ocean. One more parameter we haven't taken care of until now is here in the wind tab, the chop parameter. The chop parameter basically squeezes together the top part of the waves so they are more sharp. And we're going to use this as well on our large ocean spectrum. Let's also rename this here ocean spectrum large. And this one here is our ocean spectrum base. So we're going to use it on both spectrums, but in a different way. On this large one here, we're going to use it to smooth the waves out. So let's point 0.4 here. And on the first one, on our base spectrum, we're going to use it to make them a bit more sharp. Here to get them a bit more definition, let's say 0.9. Okay, these changes are subtle, but in the rendering we will definitely see them. So now we use this new feature in Houdini 16 to merge different ocean spectrums. But another really interesting thing is the wave instancing. Let's take a look at this feature in the next clip.